All right, it says we're recording, so that
Let's
means
go.
something.
That's a big deal. You know what I mean? That's a big
That's
deal.
a that's a big deal.
You will never be able to lace up my Chuck Taylors. And that
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! I am your mother!
Sorry, kid.
and that is reality.
Iron Man.
Guys, welcome to the Alternate Attitude Podcast. I'm here with my guest,
Oh my.
Small Afro, Small Afro, 2K Games, SmackDown versus Raw, 1997. What's up, Jaron?
Right, of course. Yeah, no, you're making me feel old now. Dude, we did that podcast. I want to say 2015 was the first episode. It's been 10 years since me and you started that
And
podcast.
that was like
That's
that was a
crazy.
really good era of wrestling too. Like I'm
Yeah,
talking about,
2015 was cool.
yo, that was like NXT just started in the
Yeah.
WWE Network. The WWE Network
Oh
just
yeah.
launched.
Yeah,
There
it
was
was
no
yeah.
IWTV. I think Triller 2, Triller wasn't even popular, Fight TV at the time. Good to have you on, dude. It's been too long, man. Too long. How you loving Ohio right now?
It's cool, man. I'm
Swag
in New
like
York.
Ohio.
Dude, Ohio got a bad rep for so long. Like everybody was talking smack about Ohio. When I told my little brother I was moving here, he freaked out. He said, "What?" He said, "What?" He said, "It's not real. Why are you going to Ohio?" But it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. I love the scenery.
I've
I'm
never
I'm
been there,
loving
bro. Is it like cold over there? Hot over there? How's it like? How's
yeah,
the change of life? Because you're coming from uptown, bro, like New York City, bro.
yeah.
That's an insane change. How's the transition for you?
Well, I wanted to move here for one because it's quieter. You know what I mean? But also weather-wise, it's the same. Like for real. Like I mean, it snows a
Yeah.
little bit more here. We had like 11 inches back in like January,
Right.
um, but no, the weather's the same. It's a little quieter, which I love because I hate people. So you know.
Same. I was thinking the same thing about Seattle. Like I low key want to move to Seattle because
Dude, I got family in Seattle. Yeah,
I see
it's
those
close to my
YouTube
family.
videos of people like walking and streaming and shit, and it's completely like beautiful, bro. Just
Yeah. Oh
trees,
yeah.
gust, fog, just peaceful, and it reminds me of Logan too. Now I have to ask you.
Talk to
We're on
me.
the Superplex podcast. If you didn't know by now, Tyler's not here. Tyler is getting lost in Texas. He's at the Fantastic Fest. He's having a ball directing and interviewing directors, and this is his first film
Whoa,
festival. So if he's listening to this, shout out to you, Tyler, and make it back safe. Now,
dude,
if
that's
he
a
was
big deal.
here,
Interviewing directors and stuff. That's a big deal.
yeah, it's first interviews he's doing and first
Wow.
film festival. So he's like getting ready. It's sick to see. And
Yeah.
if he was here in the Superplex podcast, he would ask you. This is again movie based podcast. We gotta ask Jaron,
Of course.
what are your top three movies of all time? Top three of all
Okay.
time movies.
You want them in order?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a big like nostalgia bias. I feel like whenever I like think about movies I like want to watch, I think about stuff that I really enjoyed when I was a kid. So two of mine are kids movies for sure. But number three, I gotta go Marvel. I gotta go Endgame. I don't think I've ever like
Ah.
yeah, I've never felt like more. It's hard for me because I watch a lot of movies and I watch a lot of like just entertainment in general. So I feel like it's hard to like surprise me and like make me actually feel something rather than just like being like, okay, yeah, that was a good movie. But I mean, the amount of investment I had in that universe for as long as I did, I feel like that's going to be on a lot of people's list for sure. Number two is Monster House. Two, yeah, I know, bro.
Monsters
I know.
House.
Monster House, bro. You never seen it?
I know the movie, but I've never seen Monsters House.
You've
No.
never seen Monster House, dude? That was the
What's the
first horror
plot of
movie I
Monsters
watched.
House?
It's like a kids horror movie, pretty much. It's like the soul of this old dude's wife like got is like in this house, and like this house is like killing people and like eating kids,
It's
and
like a
like
Halloween vibe.
yeah, it's absolutely a Halloween vibe. It's like an animated movie. Dude, I remember like being terrified of that when I was younger. And I think the jokes in there are funny. I think they still hold up to this day. I think
That's
the
it.
actual action in there is cool. But number one, I mean, it's the same kind of vibe. It's Coraline. That's my favorite movie of all time. 100%.
Really?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Why?
And I mean, this is just my personal favorite list too. You know what I mean? I don't know. I go back and I watch that movie every now and again, and I don't know. I feel something different every time, and it's always positive. Like
Did
I
you
feel
wait
like,
a minute? Did you say Coraline?
yeah,
That's Tyler's number one favorite movie.
is that right?
That's his fucking favorite. I love it.
So
I don't get the hype, and I love Tim Burton, but I would lean more towards probably Corpse Bride or something else. But that's very
sure.
interesting.
Yeah, no,
Coraline.
Coraline's good. It's actually funny. That's happens to be my girlfriend's favorite movie too. We're locked in when it comes to that stuff. It seems like
Well, the
it's
art
actually,
direction's sick.
absolutely, 100%. I think it took like a long time to make. I think it took almost a
Yeah,
decade
I
to
remember
actually like
watching
make the
that.
entire movie.
Like stop
But yeah,
motion.
yeah, stuff something like that, and even just like the detail went into everything. I think was kind of ahead of its time, like by a lot. Um, so yeah. I mean, I could even go back. I could watch that movie pretty much at any point, at any time, and I'll still enjoy it as much as I did the first time, for sure.
I like
So
that unique list you just got.
that's crazy that that's Tyler's favorite movie as well. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
bro. My top three are Goodfellas, Scarface, and The Lorax.
So you,
Um,
hell yeah, okay, hell
so
yeah,
we're gonna talk about Peacemaker. We usually talk about Peacemaker. This
okay.
obviously we don't have Tyler in the house right now, and we want to get with that probably Sunday. You're listening to this is gonna be released around Saturday. Right now, having Jared, you've been killing the scene right now with videos on YouTube, mainly some Reddit videos that make me laugh during work.
Oh, I appreciate
Uh,
that.
you're also a part of Vibe and everything like that. But like, what is your favorite video to create? Do you have like a certain type of video that you enjoy the most out of the other type of videos you make?
Man, yeah, I mean, now that I'm not like editing anymore, I got to the point where I was able to hire Kid Kingpin. He's my editor. I really don't like not enjoy doing any video. I wouldn't really do a video if I didn't enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that you can do in this niche that I just kind of choose to stay away from. Like um, like maybe I don't know, just anything that I'm not doing is, stuff
Right.
that I might not enjoy doing. But the Reddit videos, doing anything, regarding like a Royal Rumble in like 2K, um, what I mean, even like sitting back and like reacting to like a WWE Jeopardy video, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm playing along. Um, it's fun, man. It's fun. I really love doing what I do, and I'd probably say Reddit if I had to pick like a specific thing. You know what I mean? That's always fun. It's fun like seeing the kind of creative ways my fans can also make fun of the thing that I like to make fun of, or just try to like play around with me, or just like getting their thoughts about wrestling in general and stuff like that. So that's probably the most fulfilling content that I make is the Reddit videos. But yeah, all around, I'm really happy with how my channel's going right now for sure.
How long you've been doing YouTube for those who don't know that just caught on the bandwagon?
Man, so technically
Over 10,
2012
right?
was, yeah, I started in 2012. I was either 11 or 12 years old.
Same,
I wasn't allowed to
same,
show my face when I started. You know what
same.
I mean?
My mom said
And
YouTube was the
then
devil.
yeah, well, I mean, I think it got a bad rep when it first was a thing, because that no one really like that wasn't a thing before. You know what I mean? People weren't just showing their faces on whatever platform. Like YouTube really was the first like social media thing for people. So but no, as time went on, I mean, I was on the Joe Cronin show forever as the wrestling podcast. When I
Same.
was like, when I was like,
Shout out Joe. I'll give him his cheers to Joe. Hope you're
yeah,
doing well,
man,
Joe.
yeah, that really kicked off like my entire like
He thought we were
YouTube
brothers.
career. He thought me and you were brothers. Do we sound alike?
Probably not anymore. My balls didn't drop like when we were doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine still have yet to drop, so that's all right. That's okay. But
There was a ton of
yeah, dude,
characters
yeah,
on that show, man. Like
Uh,
he would just gather so many people. And we'd stay
yeah,
up so late, dude.
and then it got a little racist as time went on. Can you believe it? So, I mean,
We all like branched out. It was very
yeah.
very interesting time. But like that, I don't think we would have connected if it wasn't for that. I feel,
No, absolutely. We
which
were
is
able to meet through
insane
there.
because we're
You
both
know
New
what I mean?
Yorkers.
Absolutely. We were able to go to like a bunch of wrestling shows together. You've hooked it up with a lot of opportunities for me. I got to smack Mean Gene Okerlund in the face with my back trying to set up a table, and then 6 months later he died. Yep. So I think I
Oh
played a
my
hand in
god,
I played a hand in
I
Mean Gene
forgot about
Okerlund.
that.
Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy? I
I
got to
loved
do a
him.
whole bunch of House of Glory stuff, and we went to Evolve, and I mean, up to even last year, we went to Stand and Deliver together. So,
That was awesome.
um,
That was a good
yeah,
time,
man.
and we went to Evolve like peak Evolve, like when it was a shit, man. And they had the Laboom shows for those
Oh,
OG
dude.
fans. Oh man, that was their Full Sail like type of vibe they had. And Zack Saber Jr., everyone, Cody, Keith Lee, Matt Riddle.
Yep.
Johnny Gargano. They just
I
had everyone,
remember
bro.
Austin Theory was rocking there at the time.
Austin Theory. So
Yeah,
many
man.
people, bro. Like it's insane. I want to give a big shout out while we were talking about Evolve to Jaka, who just passed away a few
Oh
last
man.
week, man. He's a OG from Beyond Wrestling Evolve. I made a post about it, but I want to give a big shout out to Jaka, all his friends and loved ones. We miss you. And he's a hell of a character, funny dude. Um, he's not going to be forgotten, and he was a big part of the Evolve tag team scene with Chris Dickinson. Shout out Jaka, we love miss you, and those were awesome days. Those we got to commentate a pre-show or some shit.
Oh my goodness gracious. I don't even know how people let there are so many
It
people
was so bad they
like
deleted it.
I know. There's so many wrestlers sitting around us. ACH, right, was sitting right next to us.
ACH was
And
I miss him. He's not active right now, but like I
sure.
miss him. I hope he's doing well. And he was such a troll the whole time. I love him. We're
Dude, me
just
and you were
laughing the
like
whole
just
time.
yeah, I know. Then the commentary we were making Hulk Hogan jokes and whatever.
And honestly, like I think Janela was on there. I think MJF was on there. I think a lot of people that
MJF, really?
yeah,
Wow, I didn't
yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
This was the pre-show was the school of their ring rental, Fight the World Wrestling, and they had like a whole
Wow.
pre-show, and they had like their students versus like other new up and comers at the time, Janela, MJF, Maxwell Jacob Feinstein at the time.
Fine.
He
Yeah,
had
that
yeah,
sounds right. Yeah.
yeah.
And that's great. I forgot he's from Long Island. That's right. So yeah, that makes it
hmm
that. Yeah.
just
Wow.
got married and shit, you know.
Yeah, that's gonna be me soon.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
why
I'm keeping it on the hush, but I'm keeping it on
keep
the
it on
hush.
the hush, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
what was the first game we started playing on 2K? Was it it wasn't
If not
was it
2K15, then
13?
it was nah. I think it was either
It was a
15 or
little
16.
after.
I remember you got 2K16 like days before it came out because like you found it in like a mom and pop shop or something like that.
In Chinatown, yeah. They still
Yeah,
do that.
man.
You gotta slide an extra dollar in there. You got it.
Yeah, okay, just take $1 extra. That's it. That's all it takes.
One good old USD, and you got the game a whole month before release date.
Hey, listen. Just DM me. I'll give you a code from now on. How about that? You ain't gotta worry
Yeah,
about
I'll
it.
get him to FedEx it or something. But we didn't even get to talk about 2K25, bro. Like, what's your thoughts on that game, and what's your cons and pros from 2K25? Now we're in the middle of 2025.
Um, Man. First of all, my quality's still good, right? That we chilling. All right, cool,
Crispy
cool.
iPhone, let's go.
That's cool. That's cool. 2K25, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't enjoy it because like I do. I'm able to get a lot of like enjoyment out of it. Um, it's just kind of hard to differentiate the games now from the games that came before it. I feel like when it came to some of the SmackDown versus Raws or even like the first couple of 2Ks that did happen, you were able to like tell them apart. You know what I mean? But 2K25, I can't tell apart from 2K24, and I can't tell that apart from 2K23. I feel like,
Honestly,
yeah, and I don't really know what the change would be for that. I feel like maybe some gameplay style things need to change. They're very reliant on the rock paper scissors style of grappling and trying to guess what button the other person's hitting.
they're
That can
always
get kind of
changing
old and
that.
get kind
Yeah,
of
I
repetitive.
noticed that.
Yeah,
This one they have a little
every
more like
groove.
chain wrestling and like grappling, and it's
Yeah.
just like confusing because the next game it might not have it.
And chain wrestling is cool. I mean, I'm glad they brought that back, but you can't do a move without grappling somebody first, and you got to do that, then press, this. But it's nice to have like a seamless flow of just action, and maybe add more game modes. I feel like they've added like stuff like the ambulance match and the casket match, and while stuff like that's cool, it's like the same kind of match. You got to just mash buttons and stuff like that to get them in, whatever you're trying to put them into. But I feel like bringing stuff in like that maybe we haven't seen in a long time, three stages of hell. You know what I mean? Even
Wow.
like a Punjabi prison match or something. I don't know. Just get creative with it. I feel like, especially as referee was a big deal, and I think that was like kind of the most excited I've been about like a 2K thing rather than maybe like war games. But it's gonna take more than one or two match types to really build hype again for a game. Um, so I mean, hopefully in the future, 2K26 is coming out. I'm assuming in March. They've been doing it around Mania season every year, so I'm hoping for something maybe not like a major change because the game is fine. It's just like it does need a little bit of an overhaul in terms of how the game is played. You know what I mean? So for sure.
I would definitely like involve more old school storyline Road to WrestleMania style story modes, if that makes sense. Like I remember before
Yeah.
they used to make their own stories. It was so dope. Like seeing Rey Mysterio get ran over by a car and then Teddy Long's there, and it was just a good time.
So I'll give them credit this year. They have like the story mode still. It's My Rise now, or I forgot if they renamed it something this
That
year,
sounds
but
wild.
yeah, they have like a story mode where it actually has different endings. Like if you play this year, you can go like down certain paths. It's like a choose your own adventure type of thing, which is like it's good. It actually has a lot of replayability. I think they should stick with that. I think they should build on that. It's a step in the right direction. Because 2K24 and 23's like story modes were fine, but they
Yeah.
didn't have any replayability. I feel like a lot of the Road to WrestleManias did. They had a lot of like crazy match types in there, which they still do to give them credit now, but it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. So the foundation for the story mode has been built for over the last maybe like year or two, and I'm hoping it gets improved over time.
Do you play as like creative wrestlers, or do you have a favorite like default character in the roster?
That's a good question. When I play as somebody, I typically I like playing as Rollins. Rollins is always like my go-to guy
Oh yeah,
for like rumbles or just anything
he's
for real.
smooth,
Yeah,
like
he's very
Finn Balor
smooth.
kind of.
No, absolutely. And Finn Balor's kind of dropped in terms of his overall rating. So I got to, you know what I mean? I got
That's
to make up for
dude,
that
and
with
he was
somebody
like the
else.
first Universal Champion.
Yeah, I was there for that. I was there to see him win that, and then he dropped it the next day, and then they just never gave him another chance with it, which is unfortunate. But one time they strap a rocket to a new guy, he gets injured, and they never do it again. They're
It's
like,
bad
sorry,
luck,
we can't.
and it's like
Yeah, I know.
he was red hot. Bullet
Red hot.
Club, NXT, red hot.
Yeah, man.
My
So,
favorite to play on 2K25 is Jacob Fatu. That's the
dude,
guy.
he's amazing. By the way, he's
Nasty.
unbelievable. Nasty. So good. So yeah, I mean him. I have my own custom guy. Aaron made him for me earlier this year. He's a tank, dude. He's a tank. You can't knock
He's
this
the
dude
tank.
down. He
He's
be
a
throwing
hoss.
people around. He's a
Is he seven
hoss.
foot one?
Nah, I wouldn't say like that, but he's a brick shit house for real, for real. So,
Does he have
bro,
his
nobody
singlet?
like. Nah. I got some gold pants on. I got a tank top and some gold pants on. So,
Hell yeah.
I'm thugged out. Yeah, I'm thugged out in 2K. So.
No, hell yeah, dude. I just play on my PS5. I just play Skate now. They just released the early access.
Oh,
It's
dude,
it's
yeah, I
been
had to play that, man.
really fun, great soundtrack, great physics, probably best
Yeah,
physics.
man.
But it's not the best graphics, but it's the best physics I think in a skate game. And it's just therapeutic to like just play it. That's how I felt when I used to play like W13 and 14. And then there was that one 2K that like everyone hated, so they had like a hiatus, right?
Yeah, 2K20 was so
What was
bad
so
that they
bad
didn't
about
even
that
do
game?
2K21. So it was a real big drop in quality from 2K19 to 2K20. I think one of the developers of the game actually pulled out of doing the franchise. So the
Wow.
quality, I think they had to completely start from scratch, and they only had a limited amount of time to do it. Which I mean, I would have just waited at that point to do another game, but they wanted to rush one out. So they put out 2K20, and it was like glitchy. You could barely play online without the game actually just completely crashing. You know what I mean? The online lobbies barely worked. The actual just glitches in general, like they were beyond the point of fixing. It was just a bad time all around, and we had to deal with it for 2.5 years. Not only is it the worst 2K game of all time, but because they didn't release another one until 2K22, we had to sit there between October 2019 and March of 2022 with just that shitty
Such a
game. So
weird
that,
gap,
yeah,
and then they release it middle of the fucking year, and it's like not even the year that it is in the title. That was my
I
issue with
don't
SmackDown
know.
versus Raw a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand it though, because I mean, releasing a game in like October kind of sets it up for the next year. Like if like they drop 2K26 in October, most
Mhm.
of 2026 will be 2K26, but they were just releasing it in the date now. So when January, February, March come, we're gonna be playing 2K25. It's gonna seem way more outdated than it already would be. So I do agree with you a little bit, but I can see it from both sides. They want to release it towards Mania season because I guess the most eyes are on it, but October, nothing's going on. So I feel like it's the perfect time to promote something like that because no one's attention is going to be focused on, you know, um, like anything else except the game. But you go to Mania season, it's like, okay,
Yeah,
the Chamber's happening, Mania's happening, all the indie shows, all the AEW stuff going on during Mania week. And then the game is also out. It's like, who has time for any of that? When, you're a hardcore wrestling fan like I am, it's like,
right.
it's hard to juggle all that at the same time. So, um, Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Money talks, I guess.
Right, Jaren, money talks. And with that being said, what do you think? More specifically, who do you think built the pyramids?
Oh my good, that's a good question. I think I've been talking about this pretty recently. Is this a what? Where'd this come from?
I'm fucking with you, dude. But go on, yeah, I would love
No,
to hear.
well, I just think about it. It was a long time ago. You know what I mean? And the architecture that they must it's incredible beyond our time. So I couldn't answer that question. I couldn't even tell you if I didn't think it was the people that they say it was. I couldn't even tell you who it could have been. So let's just say it's the
It could
people
have
that they're
been you
telling
or
us.
me.
It could have been us. We could have just, yeah, maybe, hey, maybe time travel is real and, people have gone back with the information that we have now and they're doing
Right?
that. You know what I mean? You never
What?
know.
Uh,
Yeah.
since we're in a podcast and like we just this is like our I don't know what episode we're fucking on, but I've been doing this shit with Tyler for about 5 weeks now, and it's been a
It's
ball.
new. This is a new podcast.
Yeah, man,
Oh,
it's a
wow.
ball. He just had that Santi Zap. You know who that is?
Yeah, of course.
He was on I believe last week.
You say it like he's
I
not one of the biggest
I don't
creators
know. I'm like
in entertainment.
I
For
found
real?
him out because of Tyler. I'm new to him too, and
Wow.
I think he's a very interesting guy because he definitely understands the culture, pop culture, a lot as well as movies and stuff like that. But as far as
No,
like pop culture,
yeah.
we got to talk about what's on TV now with wrestling. How's that affecting everything right now?
Talk to
We're
me.
gonna talk about the current state of TV wrestling.
Hey, now.
Um,
Okay.
there is more options than ever than before. I'm talking not just WWE, not just the competitor AEW, TNA,
Yeah.
MLW, WOW if you have Pluto. The list goes on, and people are continuously doing that, re-innovating stuff in and out of TV wrestling. I'm talking independence as well. Shout out Wrestling Revolver, man. You've been to the shows
Yeah,
live.
absolutely.
How's Wrestling Revolver, by the way, like live?
Dude, seeing Revolver live is an unbelievable experience. You know what I mean? When you think of an independent wrestling show, I feel like a lot of people that are used to seeing like the WWE product or like the AEW product expect just like kind of a lower quality type of show. I don't feel that with Revolver at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think their staging is really well. They've actually upgraded it recently, which is fantastic. I think the talent that they have on there, especially over the last like couple of years, with people. I mean, we've seen people like that are on TV all the time on TNA on
Ace
AEW
Austin just
and
got signed.
you know what I mean? Exactly. So it's like there's a whole lot of talent going in and out of that locker room, and it shows in the quality of the matches that happen on it. So
Not
plus you
just
have
the
people up
matches,
and
but
coming. Yeah.
I love it. I love their presentation. It's
Oh yeah.
like a concert. That's why I see wrestling evolving to is much more than that. The actual atmosphere, the experience live. We've been again. We said earlier, Hog and Evolve. It's a very underground feel with it, but like
Mm,
with Revolver, like they're adding like an experience to the live factor of it that I really am inspired by,
yeah.
and they follow the motive that I do, which is try to create TV wrestling that's not on TV with a
Yeah.
rival. With TV wrestling now, bro. Personally, I don't have any time to sit down after work and watch Monday Night Raw, even SmackDown earlier today on Friday night. We're recording this. I follow the important highlights of that. Being like a big nerd for wrestling, though, I will say that I do follow AEW and the matches they produce. A lot of the guys that I've been very gracious to work with, and a lot of the production is like phenomenal, and it's just straight wrestling. Like if you have ADHD, you could just turn on AEW and just watch a great match if
Just
you
lock
wanted
in.
to.
Yeah.
You could just
Yeah.
lock in, see Nigel McGuinness coming out of nowhere. Like it's crazy. So
That was crazy.
right now we're in a situation currently. It is September of 2025, and WWE is seeming to do counter programming against AEW PLEs. We have Wrestlepalooza coming up the same day as AEW All in Toronto. What do you
Mm.
think about how WWE is affecting wrestling as a whole when they do moves like this, Sharon?
WWE's been doing stuff like this, I feel like forever. Vince, when WWE got as big as it did because Vince kind of monopolized wrestling, you know what I mean? There was a lot of different territories and Vince, bought them out and took all of them over and kind of merged it into, what WWE is now. And I feel like they're trying to do that again. Since then, a lot of other wrestling companies have like started and thrived. Things like AEW, obviously TNA was always around back in like the early 2000s and stuff, and they, became what they are. But I feel like now you're starting to see WWE take control of pretty much every wrestling promotion, like a TNA. They literally just bought AAA. You know what I mean? So that's two of
Crazy.
the most major promotions in the history of wrestling, at least in this century, are owned by WWE now. The only other one, at least that is in North America that I'd say is on that level is AEW. And because they can't control them, they're going to try to block them by doing this counter programming stuff. I think I hate to, say it's a smart move, but business wise, I mean, if you're trying to be the number one company, that's the thing you're going to be doing. You know what I mean? It's at the expense of all of the wrestlers that are in these other companies. Um, and AEW is counter programmed a couple of times. I feel like as well, maybe not as much, but but it is also a scummy move because they don't need to do it. At the same time, like everything I just mentioned, WWE is always going to be the number one wrestling promotion in the world. You know what I mean? Regardless of whether or not they're counter programming. So it's like I feel like just doing harm to these shows for the sake of, we just don't want to see you succeed. I think that's bad. I think competition is always a good thing. I think being hungry to do better is always a good thing. And I feel like if you take over all of the wrestling companies and then block people from seeing other things because your show is on, it's like what gives you the motivation to be better? Sometimes you can just get complacent if you're not, if you're just comfortable in the position that you are. So um I definitely understand maybe why they are doing it, but as a fan, it's kind of annoying to see because it kind of kills a lot of hype for what should be a big show in AEW for sure.
They're going to Toronto, the big spotlight for the whole city, and I feel like from a fan's perspective, it comes off a little like not bitchy, but bitchy, from
Sure,
WWE.
sure.
Because you're the bigger fish in the pond. You don't need to do that. It's a little diabolical, but it does make sense to knock out the remaining fish, if you want to call it.
Sure. Okay.
I don't think I know Tony Khan gets like a lot of shit because of his decision making, but imagine being like pause for a sec if you're listening to this. Imagine being in his shoes, having to manage the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars guys. You know how bad that team is.
Yeah,
And then
that's a bad team.
you have a wrestling you have a wrestling program at the same time. And you love wrestling. He loves wrestling. But man, you're touring constantly. How do you focus on that? And who's in the circle? It's not just him. A lot of people think it's just him. It's not just him. I want to give a big shout out to Jimmy Jacobs too. If you're out there, I love you, brother. He's doing his thing at Maple Leaf Pro right now. He used to write for AEW. Was a tremendous dude and a pure gentleman, And now I don't know. I heard it's just Tony. I don't believe it.
Okay.
Um, there's a lot of like rearranging storylines going on in AEW currently. A lot of pushes from people that we wouldn't probably see of beforehand. We're seeing a lot of Daniel Garcia. We're seeing a lot of Kyle Fletcher. With that, I feel like there's like a lot of pressure added having to compete with WWE at the same time, taking half of your fan base viewership globally. And I think at the end of the day, it's a business, like you said. I just hope that they're not out of business. I hope they don't run out of business, and I hope people still
Yeah.
go to these shows and support the good people that are performing for them. Because AEW shows they're long, bro. They're
Yeah, they
long,
are.
bro.
Yeah, they are.
But damn, that wrestling's good.
Yeah, no, I think especially the pay-per-views, the match quality is never something that needs to be called into question whatsoever. I think it's always always at a high quality for the wrestling for sure. But yeah, and I feel like a lot of the hardcore wrestling fans, especially somebody like me that does like both companies, you're gonna see both shows regardless. So for people that aren't maybe as tribalistic as some other people, it's just you're just choosing which show you want to watch first rather than you're picking one or the other show. So hey, it's a good weekend of wrestling, but ratings wise, numbers wise, I mean, they're not doing it. They don't care about what we think. I think they're just doing it to for numbers visually, what's doing better. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
can see why it could be annoying for that. But we get two really good shows, hopefully, for wrestling this weekend. So, that can't be a bad thing.
No muffins. We're on
No,
the topic of PLEs. I have to get
okay.
your opinion because you're a part of media at the end of the day. You're a fucking workhorse, bro. I'm talking like even before this, before VYBE, man. Talking editing his own shit, recording his own shit. He
Oh
also
yeah.
designed his own shit. I designed some of his shit. But
Oh no,
man,
you designed
your
all of my shit.
media, your media. I need to get your take on this, bro. What do you think about media scrums fucking disappearing right now? They want to. We're in a current state where they're censoring late night talk show hosts. The Kimmel incident just happened a few days ago.
Yeah.
What's your take on media being silenced and censored and not even being allowed to do the media scrums anymore for these TV companies?
It's deflating. You know what I mean? It's deflating, and it's especially discouraging when like you're not in control of any of that. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you gonna do? Like march the streets? You know what I mean? I don't even think that would change anything. I feel like we are literally at the whim of
March the
these.
streets.
You know what I mean? No, that's real. What are you gonna do? I don't think we're kind of helpless in terms of stuff like that. So I remember, I think it was SummerSlam. There was supposed to be a media scrum. They didn't do it. They decided not to do it because I'm assuming because of the Brock Lesnar thing. So I feel like it's kind of a coward move, especially if you already were doing that before, because now you're in a position where you're going to have to answer tough questions. And I feel like rather than trying to justify your decisions, you're just like telling everybody to deal with it and then just moving on with your time.
Yeah,
I don't think that's right. I think there's
it's
a
obvious.
yeah, it's very obvious. I think there was a nice little connection that WWE did have with the fans throughout the last couple of years, especially since Triple H took over. I think there was still a little bit of like control that they had, like with certain questions that could be asked and who's allowed at these media shows. But some people would still be able to ask certain questions every now and again, I think, despite on what they wanted. But now they're just shutting it down completely, which I feel like completely erases the trust and communication that I feel like fans thought that they did have with WWE. And I don't think anything that they ever say going forward is going to be trusted because it's like you're shutting down any opportunity to actually be faced with a tough question. And that's not right. That's not what, anybody should be like. You shouldn't be, be hiding away from, you know, controversy if you're the one causing the controversy. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
um, especially with the Brock Lesnar thing, they knew exactly what the questions were going to be. They knew
Yeah.
exactly what they were going to be.
We didn't
But they
hate
said,
him. He just beat up
yeah,
Michael. No, he beat up Corey Graves today on SmackDown. I saw that clip. He beat up Corey
yeah,
Graves. Gave him
he
a
gave him a
5
couple
today on
F5s.
SmackDown. Who? Well, we'll get into predictions in a few, but it's very refreshing hearing your take on that media scrum thing because I was thinking about that and I needed to get someone
Yeah.
else's opinion on that. To me, it pissed me off. It's like, dude, you're silencing the obvious take that people want to hear and talk about, and then from a production standpoint, for me, a production point of view, for me, it's sports presentation. It gives it that big fight feel. It's big media feel. It works and it benefits all parties involved for the content creators. Giving and look, we are from YouTube, so that's
Yeah.
insanely important for the voice that wants to know what's going on, and they're just avoiding it, and it's complete political bullshit, in my opinion.
It
They
also
should totally
hurts.
bring it back.
It hurts our peers too. People like Alex, people like Malcolm. You know what I mean? People that get their clips and get their exposure from doing this type of stuff. Now you're going to see all these interviews, and all of the ones that get approved, you have to ask specific questions. They're going to control exactly what you say. You know what I mean? You're going to have to
Right.
be at the whim of them in order to actually get the interview, or else you're not going to be able to do it. I think that's a little scummy for sure. You know what I mean? And they know exactly what they're doing. They're not even putting Brock on the posters. You know what I mean? They're not putting him on the
Really.
posters. They're in like the media like sheets or whatever where they're saying, hey, Wrestlepalooza's gonna have this. They're like, hey, come see John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre. Brock Lesnar's name is not on there. Why? They know exactly what they're doing. You know what I mean?
I
So
feel
it's
like
like,
overseas isn't gonna have a big issue with Brock Lesnar, but the American fan base is definitely gonna have some questions.
for sure. I mean, I think if you just read in general, you'd have some questions. Some people don't like to do that, but I feel like uh they even
Mexico don't
know.
give a fuck, dude.
You don't think so?
Mexico doesn't give a fuck, bro. They book Marty Skrull, Del Rio. They don't give a
Oh yeah, Del
fuck.
Rio's like their hero over there. They blew
Oh my
Vikingo
god,
out of
you
the
think it's
building
Daniel
because of him.
Bryan, bro? I'm
Yeah,
like, what
bro.
the fuck, bro? I'm watching the AAA reaction. They hate Vikingo, one of the best cruiserweights in the world right now. Um,
Crazy.
Wild. Mexico is
Yeah, but
awesome. Definitely want to see more Worlds Collide events. But what's your take on like currently with WWE? How do they fix the turmoil there? And like, how the fuck do they write out at this? We're at the brink end of John Cena's fucking career, bro.
I know. I know. They
And you're
are.
a big Cena guy.
Cena's my number one of all
Chain gang
time.
all day.
100%. You know what I mean? So, it's sad to see him go for sure. I mean, the overall product in general, I feel like a lot of people have a lot of ill will towards right now. just because of you see 15 different ads across the ring and the arena all the time. You got freaking the Street Profits dressed out in Fallout gear to promote the new Fallout games coming out, and they're wearing like these masks that they would never wear. It's kind of
I didn't even
disgusting,
notice that, bro. I didn't even
bro.
catch on to that.
The Slim Jim tables,
The
every table
tables.
now has the Slim Jim thing on it. You got the Prime, dude. Prime is not only being advertised with the hydration station on every show, it's in the game. The Prime logo. Every time I do a 2K video, I'm giving Prime free advertising without my consent.
Oh my
You know
god.
what I mean? So it's like, there's a lot of distaste and lack of trust that fans have for the company. So I think transparency is a big thing for one. You know what I mean? I feel like not shying away from the decisions that you're making is a big deal. I also feel like the repetitiveness of the booking, the repetition that they have every week with, Rollins' group fighting whatever schmuck they're going to have in war games. They're doing that for the last 3 months, and they're going to keep doing it until November. And it's just they just see it again. Going back to money talks, it's just whatever is going to put more money in their pocket. WrestleMania going back to Las Vegas, New Orleans getting promised a WrestleMania, and then them taking it away and then going to Las Vegas. They're going to Saudi Arabia in 2027, which completely kills the independent wrestling scene throughout WrestleMania week because they're not going to be booking a show there. I feel like a lot of places that do have, bring tourism into, it's not even just an American thing. People from all over the world go to see WrestleMania. You know what I mean? And I feel like that wouldn't change whether it was in London or France or even like somewhere like Canada or wherever you want to do it. But I feel like there's not I feel like that tourism would not be the same thing in 2027. So,
I'm not a
um,
fan of what they're
tra-
doing with the Saudi Arabia move. I'm not a fan.
I understand. I understand, and I agree with you. I agree with you. So, stuff like that. I think have prioritized money rather than making fans happy, which I haven't made fans happy kind of ever, but it's been more so now. Especially when you see integrations like Travis Scott helping John Cena win the 17th WWE Championship, you got to just go back
Where
to
is
your
he
roots, which is
now?
wrestling. Right, right. I think he had like some falling out with them or whatever, but I think they are trying to make the next viral moment all the time. They're trying to maximize their profits all the time, and they're trying to get as much pop culture references as they possibly can. It's at the expense of hardcore fans that just want to see what made them fall in love with WWE in the first place. And I feel like there's been a lot happening at once. We got to tone it down. We got to tone it down just a little bit. And I feel like if they're putting on these amazing pay-per-views or an amazing weekly shows that they were doing last year and the year before that, I feel like people wouldn't mind it as much. But the quality of the matches have gone down. We've regressed back to women not being as much of a highlight as they were in the last couple of years. Tag team wrestling, you never see a tag team match on a pay-per-view anymore. For the tag team championships.
Yeah, bro.
They did the Wyatt Six versus whoever they faced at Clash in Paris. That was the last defense, or then they did SummerSlam as well. But before
Uh,
that, I don't think the titles were defended at all since like
did you get to see? Don't mean to
I don't even know.
break the conversation. Did you get to see the Wyatts interact in the AAA event?
I did. I saw them, make their
They jumped the
appearance,
Psycho
and
Clowns in AAA.
they sure did. Yeah, I mean, and that's
Dope
cool. You know what
visual.
I mean? That's
Dope
cool.
visual.
They should be defending their main roster championships. You know what I mean? Which, to give them credit, they've done a couple of times, but the focus has just been on the big stars. It's Rollins' group, it's Roman Reigns, it's John Cena, it's Brock Lesnar, and everybody else. It's like you're just a guy on the show. You know what I mean? Even somebody like Sami Zayn is just like he's just a guy now. He's not like anybody that I'm trying to look forward to winning a world championship. He's getting booed out of the building whenever he shows up, and then he's the United States champion after he's like,
He's
I want to
really
be a
like
world
50
champion.
50 because he's so
I know.
good. But
He's
one crowd
real good.
loves him, one crowd doesn't.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, it's a little sad to see. Again, just my message is tone it down. Just tone it down for real. You know.
I say tone it down, give tag team and women's wrestling more of a shot than plastering the main event face in every opening, middle, and end segment. And
Yeah.
give the chance on NXT talent too. I haven't really seen any step ups from NXT in a while. Love what
Oh,
Carmelo Hayes has been doing. Love
yeah.
people that are from there. But like then there's like people that aren't making any momentum in NXT, like Javon Evans, and it just like makes me question, man, what's the plans? What's going on? This is like
That's unfortunate because Javon Evans is incredible. He's
the
incredible.
best. He's the best on the roster and the most over. Love
Yeah.
Obafemi. Love
Yeah.
Obafemi. Love what's his name, man?
Trick Williams.
No.
Oh,
No.
oh, wow, okay,
All right, he's cool. No, he's awesome. Good heel. Good heel.
sure.
Yeah, it's just so many
See, it's
potential
hard to think of
talents.
NXT people, right? Especially the men's division. I feel like the
It's
women's
broad,
division in
bro. It's
NXT,
very fucking
yeah,
overly
yeah.
casted, I feel. That they had to
It's
make
it's uh
NXT and Let's Fucking Go as a TV show.
it's
I
a
don't even watch
developmental show
A&E,
to the
bro.
developmental show. Like
Do
what?
you watch LFG?
Hell no, I don't watch no LFG. Are
I
you
don't watch
kidding me?
LFG. Yeah, they
Nah,
barely
hell no.
advertise it. Why have a show? You're so like blessed to have a wrestling show. You're not promoting it on the main platform or commercials like LFG, Evolve, you know. Um, I think that they need to get their shit together, brother.
They
Now with
do.
that being said, I before the next topic, I want to ask Jaron, do you remember Mayhem Championship Wrestling?
Of course I do. Yeah, of
This
course.
was ahead of the game, a concept that we all just like said fuck it, and it was very funny because we ended up getting a lot of traction from like other creators that were interested that came to us to work on it, like Grimm's Toy Show and everyone else. I want to give a big shout out to Marcus if you're watching. I'm gonna play right now. uh
Oh God.
before I play it, the premise of the show was our created characters in 2K face each other off with our custom our commentary over. But before the matches, we had real life IRL promos of us shit talking
We
our
sure did.
opponent.
We
Now
sure
this
did.
was not done at the time, and now I see everyone like making a video game league and a bunch of storylines and then mixing their personalities with so dope. I'm gonna play Jaren's first MCW promo.
Oh
What am
boy.
I?
Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen this. Well, not for a long
Oh
time.
man, that was great. Great start. I just locked my phone. Okay.
Nice,
All right, here we
nice,
go. Yeah, yeah,
nice.
here we go.
Scarface had a very important line in the movie. Said the world is
Oh, he
yours.
quoted
Oh
Scarface.
my
Wow.
God.
Nice. Hell yeah,
And
dude.
I truly believe that. I believe that the world is mine. And I can do anything that I set my mind to.
You're damn right.
So what I'm going to do is debut in Mayhem Championship Wrestling.
Oh hell yeah.
So I've been patiently waiting, biding my time,
Mm.
trying to pick the right person to attack. And that person is Graham Hall. And I'm so glad that Graham Hall is
Who?
the hardcore champion right now.
Oh man.
We're not just going to have a
I
wrestling
like a
match.
number 7.
We're not just going to scuffle. I'm not just going to hit you with a couple moves. I'm not just going to pin you. I'm not just going to take your championship. I'm simply going to murder you.
Oh my God.
I don't think before I act. I just simply do. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jared Jackass. Welcome to the new era of Mayhem Championship Wrestling.
And then the one line.
What did I say? What did I say?
You said you're coming.
Oh my goodness
And
gracious.
then the small text then that says he's coming.
He's coming. Dude, I haven't seen that in probably since I first did it. I can't
Yo,
believe you
this
still
was
have
better than
that.
half the indies at the time. Like, right, real wrestlers could have cut our promos, bro. They were
Hey,
untouchable.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting to cringe. That wasn't too bad.
Dude, you stood on time. It was less than 60. It was great.
Yeah, come on now. Come on. Professional.
Jesus
Yeah, oh yeah.
Christ. Let's do some Wrestlepalooza,
Let's
folks.
do it. I can't believe
I'm
you had that, by the way. That's crazy.
it was great. A moment in time in history we'll never forget. Now we're going on to Indianapolis. You're gonna be there, bro.
I sure
You're gonna
am.
be at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Saturday, September 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern. You could stream this on ESPN or Bake.live. All right,
Yep,
so
yep, yep. That's
we
real.
have
That's
we
real.
have CM Punk tag teaming with AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. This is right now. Yeah, this is oh no, there is a tag match. This is a second tag match. It's a mixed tag. Um, who do you got? What do you think? AJ Lee. Wow, what a skipper.
What a skipper, huh? I mean, I think Punk and AJ do take the win. This past Monday, Rollins and Becky were teasing like that they had dissension between them already, even though they just got together, again. So I do think it's AJ probably getting the win over Becky specifically, because since AJ's sticking around, I feel like we're gonna get a women's intercontinental championship feud between them. I think that also, gives Punk a win over Rollins to extend their World Heavyweight Championship feud. I feel like if Rollins and Becky win, there's kind of no reason for them to keep feuding. So I think Punk and AJ definitely need to win, especially considering it's AJ's first match back. So
We have an amazing like mixed tag going on, bro. Because these are goats. I'm
yeah, they
looking at
are.
them just on paper. That's all. That's the only match you really need. I don't know why they added all that star power with Brock. Um, I'm gonna just say CM Punk, AJ Lee. How are they gonna lose, dude?
Yeah, no way.
Unless CM Punk turns heel
Whoa, on his own wife?
on his own wife. That's what I would do.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I want to see a Rollins curb stomp on AJ Lee in this match. That's what I want to see.
Don't we all?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm gonna see. I'm saying CM Punk and Lee got this.
Me too.
Then we have the Women's World Championship. Io Sky takes on Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, um, so yeah, this is for the vacant title. Naomi dropped the title, and somebody's gonna win it for. Well, Io's been champion recently, right? So I'm gonna go Stephanie Vicaire. I
I'm
got
gonna go
to.
Stephanie. She's just kick ass. Her matches on Triple Out were fucking amazing. And then, I were we there for her and Monet? That
No,
was
I wasn't at least.
what pay per view was that? Was for Forbidden Door?
I think, yeah, it must have been a Forbidden Door because I think she was. Yeah, yeah, it sounds right.
I think Forbidden Door. I boggles my mind, Stephanie. You're gonna do great. Next match we have the real tag match.
Oh
The
yeah,
Usos are taking on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Love Braun Breaker, one of my favorite wrestlers right now.
yikes!
Unmatchable energy right now, but why yikes?
I fucking can't stand Braun Breaker. I'm not gonna lie
You're
to
like,
you. I can't. I mean, listen, I think, and we make fun of it all the time in the group because everybody's pushing the agenda. They're like, I hate him. I don't hate him, but I don't like him. I don't like him at all.
is it the
He's kind of just
tan?
like,
Yo, this
oh,
spear
the
is
tan
sick
doesn't
though.
help.
You don't like his spear?
So here's the thing. No, he is really talented in the ring. I think that his spear is probably one of the best spears I've ever seen personally. I'm not gonna sit here and say that he can't wrestle or anything like that because I'd be lying. But he's just like a meathead. His character is nothing. He's like he can't. His
I get
promos
it.
are not good. I
I
do not enjoy
understand.
his promos, and I think he's like a better Ryback.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's a better Ryback to me.
Oh
I
my
think
god, hot take.
I think his intensity is great. I think I think he can wrestle. I'm not arguing that he cannot perform in the ring. That is just it though. It's not just enough to be an intense wrestler. Sometimes you got to have more. That's like I don't know. It's like Brock Lesnar light mixed with a little bit. You know what I mean? That's all it is. And he doesn't have any personality. I need some personality from him. His
I get
Intercontinental
it.
Championship reign was boring as hell. He didn't have any storylines. I have barely heard him talk since he's debuted on the main roster. He's just come out and speared people, which is cool. But how many times am I going to see that until I stop caring, which has already happened? You know what I mean? So I'm personally not into it. But
Wow, you just went off.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I
I got to
love
be real.
this.
I got to keep it real.
That's like me when they brought back R-Truth and then completely forgot about him the next week.
Dude, they fired him
What a
because they wanted to
fumble.
fire him, and then they brought him back
Red
because the
hot
people were
fumble.
angry about it. They wanted good PR, and then they brought him back, and then they did nothing with him. They just dropped him because they didn't have any plans for him in the first place. It's disgusting. But at least he has a job.
What do you think about Bronson Reed though? He's in the match too, and he's his partner in the faction with Paul Heyman and all of them. What do you think about Bronson Reed?
Bronson Reed, I think, is awesome. I love the tsunami. I think, see, that's the kind of thing, because that's the kind of presentation I need. But first of all, Bronson Reed does talk, but also it's like you get these crazy moments like him doing the tsunami on top of the car
Like
on
steel
Braun Strowman.
sneakers now, right?
You know what I mean? He's stealing sneakers. He's hitting Rollins with 6 tsunamis back to back, and it's impressive to see that guy of that size do something like that. I've seen what Braun Breaker's doing before. You know what I mean? I've seen what he's doing. I've never seen somebody like Bronson Reed do what he's doing, at least on the main roster. So I mean, maybe I'm not being fair enough towards Braun, but Bronson Reed is my guy. I do like Bronson a lot.
I fuck with him too. They're facing the Usos. So Usi. I don't know, man. Because both teams are over, I feel. Even though Bronson and Braun are heels in this. There's a coin
Yeah.
toss, in my opinion. I don't know who to predict on this. It could be either or. I'm just gonna say Braun. I'm a Braun guy. I gotta admit it. I like the intensity. I like the passion he has. I think that you have major points because he does give jock. He does give jock, and he needs some acting work, if that makes
Hmm.
sense. Just to vocalize himself better. outside of his actions. Now he's on TV because like if this was like Indies, he'd be fucking champ everywhere. You know, he doesn't need to talk.
Yeah,
You're on TV now. This is a completely different game.
for
Um,
real.
I'm gonna say Braun and Bronson. What about you?
So I agree, but I think they're kind of sowing the seeds for Jey Uso is kind of becoming more heely on television. Roman told him to take himself more seriously and start going in business for himself on TV, and Jay has he showed a little more bad guy tendencies, and I think there's a little bit of dissension going on with him and all of the other good guys on Raw. So I think Jay is going to get in his own head, maybe not a complete heel turn, but I do think that something regarding Jay is going to cost him the match. So I think Braun and Bronson are going to win.
I hope Heyman's there and just two steps with JBL if he's
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Who's
dude,
commentating
the
this
two
show?
step. Oh God, if I had to guess, I'd say Michael Cole and Wade Barrett probably.
I'd say Michael Cole and yeah, I guess right. That is the PLE combo. It'd go with.
Yeah,
Michael's in there for sure. I enjoy. I like Wade Barrett because when he talks, it's like he's commentating a soccer game, kind of with the accent. It's just automatic. So I like
yeah.
that because I love when wrestling's taken more serious. But Corey Graves is such a
Oh,
good
they might do
heel.
Pat McAfee though. By the way, they might because they're doing
Okay,
ESPN now,
well,
so they're
yeah,
probably going to
look where
bring
they're
him.
at.
Yeah,
That would blow up the place. They're probably gonna start off the show with that. The fucking entrance he has.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's very
They do
interesting.
that every time he returns for sure. Yeah,
We also have the WWE Championship on the line as Cody Rhodes defends against Drew McIntyre. Finally, Drew's been doing some real 6ix9ine shenanigans on social media against Cody. Uh, I don't know much about the story besides it's just been brewing. That's about it. Like I don't know what caused
yeah.
it. I don't know why Drew's mad. Um, I don't know. What do you think about this match, dude? What do you gotta say about this?
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't watch as much SmackDown as I do Raw, but I know Drew took him out for a couple of weeks. Cody was off TV, so the extent of their actual feud has been, oh, he's attacked me. Now I'm back. We're fighting at Wrestlepalooza. Um, so I do think Drew does win the title. I don't know if it happens here. I'm gonna say Cody retains, especially because it's I believe his first defense since actually winning at Summers. Is that right? I feel like he hasn't defended the title since he
Yeah,
won it.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. He hasn't defended
um,
on TV or anything like that.
that's unbelievable. So yeah, I feel like if you're gonna give it to him, you're gonna have him retain at least one time. But I do think Drew ends that rivalry as WWE champion. So
I say, dude, if Drew wins that shit, man, Cody Rhodes is the fucking face of Minute Maid right now.
yeah, he is.
I was getting a fucking drink earlier. I didn't notice till like today, bro. I saw that. I took a photo. I'm like, this Vanilla Ice guy's over.
Oh yeah, they got Jey Uso on there too. They got Bianca Belair on the Minute Maid things. Yeah, they got
Bianca's
all the
over.
big
Yeah,
guys.
that's like, I don't see them losing. That's harsh, bro. If Cody loses the belt, it would only make sense with Drew because of how much of a good heel he is, and how
Yeah.
believable he is, and how like built he is, and how
Oh
fucking
yeah.
you don't get a bad match out of the guy. So I kind of do see it changing, which is crazy because like
I can
this
see
is the
it.
face of the company right now.
Yeah.
You know, um, fuck, I'll say Drew.
Sure. I can see it because Cena and Brock are opening. So I don't know what the main event's going to be. Why not for the WWE Championship? If it's main eventing, maybe Drew
Yeah,
does
why
win. I
not?
don't know.
They
Why not?
announced they're opening that.
Yeah. Yeah. Cena Brock is opening.
Insane. Who? I don't even want to talk about. I hope Cena wins, man. That's all I gotta say on that.
Is that the next match? Do we have any more besides that
That's
one?
about it. Let me see how many matches are in total.
I think it's 5, I believe.
Yeah, five, 5 matches.
Okay.
That's it. Brock and Cena. Brock came back. Boo hoo.
Yeah.
He looked jacked to the gills like fucking human Shrek today on SmackDown, and I think Cena can't lose. It would make no sense, and he's almost at the finish line, and it just I would
Oh, he's
like to see
losing.
Cena. I would personally like to see Cena win.
He's losing. 100%. He's losing.
Crowd's gonna
That's what Brock Lesnar
fucking.
does. He comes in, he takes some offense, a couple F5s, and he takes the dub. I
If
also think
that's the
Brock's hanging
case,
around. Yeah.
I'm predicting right now Brock wins that if I was booking it. that starts the shit. That starts the PLE. At the end of the PLE, bring him back and put him against either Cody or Drew.
I think that's exactly what they're gonna do. So that's why I'm taking Brock because I think he's staying around. I
That's
think they're
some
gonna
real
have him
like
go after him.
'08
Yeah,
to like 2010 booking, you know?
yeah, it is.
Um
It sure is.
Wrestlepalooza, what do you think about the name?
I mean, that was the ECW thing before, right? People make fun of it a lot, but I mean, it's an old pay per view name. I
At
don't
the
know.
time
It
though, it was
doesn't.
like the shit, but it's not the '90s anymore, so it's kind of like weird.
That's
It's
real.
cringe.
I mean, it doesn't bother me too much. I mean, the name of the show really doesn't mean anything. It's just what they put on the actual show. We had Great Balls of Fire a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? So
Rough.
it's like, yeah, yeah,
Great balls of fire. What
absolutely.
was he smoking when he named that?
Crack. So
I'm
just to keep it
so
a buck with you.
yeah. Final thoughts on WrestlePalooza. Expect this to be a more entertaining show if you're into like Disney and shit. AEW also has a show Saturday. I'm gonna look into their card right now. While I look into this card, Jaren, do you want to plug your social media and where they can find you and your content and socials?
Yeah, absolutely. Real talk. You can just look me up, Small Afro, on YouTube. You know what I mean? Or else, as you see on the screen right here. You know what I mean? But we got videos going every other day. I posted one today. It's 2 hours long. The video that I posted today. We do 2K videos, Reddit videos, anything wrestling related. Sometimes just have a fun idea, I'll do it. Got a lot of variety on that channel. We're gonna be going on Twitch soon. I'm gonna start doing that every other day. So you can just follow my YouTube channel. Just keep in touch for everything that I'm gonna be announcing in the future. And yeah, man, yeah, Small Afro on YouTube is the only way to find
Do
me
you
for real, for
have
real.
like a bucket list for 2026 that you want to achieve? Anything like in the mind or like a big dream or anything like that?
I definitely want to hit 150,000. I think that's probably going to happen probably before even
Did they
the.
sent you the button?
I got the button. I do have the button. It's at my office right now. I got the button,
Hell
but
yeah.
I want to hit 150 before the end of the next year, which I think it'll happen. I'll probably get to maybe 160, 170, hopefully. But my goal really is just to be one of the biggest wrestling content creators in the game. I feel like Vibe especially has given me a big opportunity to do that. Being like associated with everybody in that group, and the channel, especially in the last 2 years, has blown up, and I'm real grateful for that. So I'm hoping that continues because I love doing it. You know what I mean? I love doing it, and I want to be one of those voices that people really do take seriously. So um, hopefully we get
It's a
there.
good contrast of guys and everyone involved, not just you, but everyone involved is so dedicated and in tune. Especially that's my favorite part about Vibe is that
For sure.
you guys actually like don't censor yourself. You just keep it real. The podcast you do on the channel too, it's dope, and much more
Hey,
success
that's
to you,
that's why you
bro.
don't see us. I appreciate it. That's why you don't see us in too many 2K opportunities besides maybe a social media post or two, because we keep it authentic. You know what I mean? I feel like they don't like that,
It's
and
worth
that's
it.
not going to
No, it's
change. That's never
absolutely
going to
worth it
change.
because you have
So
the core that's gonna be there for you, and that's worth the
you know,
world. We're gonna go on now to AEW All Out. I wasn't gonna go over this, but I said fuck it, man. I haven't talked to Jaren in a minute, and we also haven't talked wrestling in a minute, so it's really dope to have him on. AEW
let's
All
do it.
Out is gonna be in Toronto tomorrow. I'm gonna name some matches. I'm just gonna count this because this is gonna be a 6 hour show.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see.
absolutely do.
One,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Oh my
11,
goodness.
12, 13 matches, bro.
Does that include the pre-show?
On the website? No, it doesn't. Wow,
Okay,
it doesn't. Wow, it does not. That's insane, dude. I
that
wouldn't
is
pass.
unbelievable.
So like if okay, so like just from like writing a show, if you pass 8 matches, it's
Yeah.
gonna
Yep.
drag on. 8, 9 is pushing it. I personally like I'm not on TV, thank God, right for right now. But like I don't like passing 7 personally because you got to pass the 3 hour mark, and then you're gonna feel from that perspective of a fan burnt out a little bit. This is not including the pre-show 13 matches.
That's a lot, and especially for a company that does these every month now, it's a lot. They
There's
got
a lot
away
of
with it when there
bangers
was four
though.
shows a year, but that's not the case
There's
anymore.
crazy matches though. I will say,
Let's
this
hear them.
like even some that people might not even know that is on the card. Um, I'm gonna start off with Daniel Garcia versus Shibata. You've seen him live. Uh, he's a
So New
big
York
heel
boy.
now. Deaf Riders is going on. He's a
Oh
little
yeah.
bastard, little Danny bastard, and he's facing Shibata, the face of Ring of Honor currently. I don't. I Yeah, I'll give Garcia that because of the heel push in Death Riders. What do you think about Daniel Garcia in Death Riders and this matchup?
I think it fits. I think the style of all of the people in that group kind of meshes well together. I think Daniel Garcia fits into that mold pretty perfectly. And I agree with you. If he's going to be, especially was just added in there, right? Um, he's winning, 100%.
He just joined a spotlight, like a very dominant force with the Death Riders. So we also have the Ops in the match. Samoa Joe,
Props.
the Ops, crazy. Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs are tag teaming against the Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake. Both teams are sick. Love Workhorsemen, but I think the Ops are going to take it just because of Samoa Joe.
Yeah, give me the ops,
Give
100%.
me the Ops.
Uh, yeah, give me the ops. I can't see the workhorseman taking that from them. So
They're a sick tag team. They've been on Deadlock. They've been
yeah.
on PWG. I'm thinking of Prestige Wrestling as well.
Mhm.
Very talented strike base tag team that is going to bring it to Joe. Very Ring of Honor esque matchup, tag team matchup. So, but yeah, the Ops. I don't see Workhorsemen
The
are barely on
ops.
TV. The Ops. This is a swerve, bro. So I was watching this. I was reading this right now, and I'm like, this is a match on the card. Yeah, it is. Big Bill's taking on Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston's back. Um, Eddie Kingston's
Wow.
not gonna lose.
No, he better not. Dude, I've been waiting for Eddie Kingston to have as much success as he should have in AEW for years. And I feel like if he's healthy and he's back, let's drop a rocket to him. They need him. I think they need. Well, they
He's
don't
he's
need
just
him,
real.
but
He's like
like,
a GTA character
yeah,
brought to life. You know, and I love
yeah,
him.
absolutely,
Real
absolutely,
New Yorker, very tough attitude, and like I guess it's like a story of like he's taking out the big man in his return. So he got Big Bill in the mix. So I get it. Yeah, Eddie Kingston for sure.
yeah.
We have the Unified Championship. Okada is in a four-way with Takeshita, Mascara Dorado, and the Beast Mortos.
Wow. I actually can see a world where Okada does lose the championship, um, especially to somebody like a Takeshita, because Takeshita is amazing. But I do think Okada probably takes it home. They love Okada over there, so I think he's
They
taking
just
the
have
win.
killer talent. I think that's why there's so many matches because like you got to take advantage of your roster.
Yeah,
Um, I think that Grand Metalik is gonna take the pin to Okada.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. The TBS Championship's on the line as Mercedes Monet defends against Riho.
When the hell is she losing this championship?
Good
It has been
question.
all. We're
Where's
nearing a year and
where's
a half.
where's Paige?
She's not in the company anymore. She's gone.
Such a like waste of like she did nothing prominent. I feel
She won the title. She won the world title for a second.
quick
Yeah,
run.
yeah.
Riho,
That's
isn't
the first.
Riho like the first champ?
Yep, the first ever women's champion. But I don't think she's beating Mercedes. I think Mercedes
I
taking
think
taking
she
home.
could win just off that rip, just off that.
You think
You
so?
know, there's a possibility, maybe.
Okay, sure.
Um, I'll say Riho. I'm gonna cash that one in. MJF
Sure.
is taking on Mark Briscoe in a tables and tax match, whatever that is.
I they had a match before, or no, maybe it was just the gauntlet that they had together. But I could see Mark Briscoe taking it home. MJF's disrespecting Jay a lot on the microphone. Tables and tacks. It sounds like a Mark Briscoe specialty. You know what I mean? So
Someone's
I
gonna
can
get hurt.
see, yeah, absolutely. I can see MJF being the one to take the loss here to Mark Briscoe. I think Mark could use a win, especially over MJF. So
We have. Well, I'm gonna give it to All Out. Mark Briscoe just off of the stipulation.
yeah. Okay.
Um, talk about stipulation. Coffin match: Darby Allin versus John Moxley.
I
Darby Allin, in
think
my opinion, is the modern Sabu.
wow. That's wow. That's a big thing to say.
I definitely say that, and I hope Darby. Listen, Moxley, so he's a big figure. I don't know. I don't see Moxley losing, but I'm gonna just say Darby because I hope he wins.
Oh, really? Because I think Darby Allin probably wins. I think that he's lined up to at some point in the future be the next AEW World Champion, 100%. So
Yeah.
I think he beats Moxley here because I think a win over somebody like that, starts the run, starts that world title chase.
Um, that's awesome. So we're on the same page on that. We have the AEW World Championship. Hangman Adam Page is defending against Kyle Fletcher. I don't know how that happened. I know that Kyle is in the Don Callis family. It's probably the adopted one. I think that he's in Toronto too. What is he? Oh, he's a British guy. Fuck. Yeah, he's
Great.
losing.
Yeah, I couldn't give less of a shit about Kyle Fletcher to just be completely honest with you. I think again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't think he's talented. I don't think that, I don't really have a criticism for him. I just kind of don't care.
Yeah.
Nothing about him really. I mean, like if they want to make him a top guy and
I'd
they're
say
pushing him,
about him what you
yeah.
said about Braun Breaker. Just like
Wow. Okay.
needs personality. Needs like to be more vocal and believable.
Yeah.
He gives
I feel like
John.
I've seen a lot of Kyle Fletchers.
You've seen too much. He's Tony Khan's favorite wrestler in my opinion right now, but
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that at all. Hangman gotta retain that bitch.
I agree.
Yeah. Adam Cope is gonna
Oh my
tag with
God.
Christian Cage, and they're facing FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood. What a name! I think that uh, Cope is gonna probably secure the victory in that one. What do you think?
So here's the thing. I feel like FTR do need a win. It has been a long time since I feel like they've gotten like anything. They were lined up for tag team title opportunities, never won them, or I mean, not recently. I feel like they've been kind of just swept under the rug in terms of AEW for the last couple of months. I do think they
Right.
could use a big win over Edge and Christian, and maybe they will. I'm going to take FTR to win that match. I think it's the
Wow.
obvious choice to go for Cope and Christian, but I think the cooler outcome is FTR taking the dub.
Yeah, I think Cope and Cage are gonna win. CNC. I hate that name,
Yeah.
but I think CNC is gonna win just because
So I don't know if you want to say
it's like
that.
a cola brand.
Nope, that's a whole different thing. I don't even. We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah, yeah. It's like RC Cola or some shit.
No, no, the thing that you just said is a completely different thing.
You
But I
know,
don't know
I'm
if I
just
want to get
gonna,
into
what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
CNC wins that one.
No,
But wait,
stop calling him that. Stop calling.
you don't like CNC, dude? Come on, man.
Me personally, no. No.
You respect it?
No, I'm
So bad, man.
yeah.
Edge and Christian. For sure. I like that. We disagree on that. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
There's two more matches. The women's tag match. It seems to be a 4-on-4. The first team is Harley Cameron, Mina,
Shirakawa. Oh yeah, I got you.
Queen Aminata, and Willow Nightingale are gonna face Divine Vanity, which is Megan
Who
Bayne and
the fuck?
Penelope Ford, and Triangle of Madness,
Right.
Julia Hart and Sky Blue. That's a loaded tag team.
I look. You feel like you made half those names up, but I'm gonna go ahead and take
Dude, it's like
Shirakawa's team.
Turquoise Brown is facing Cloudy Sunday.
Turquoise brown. He's got two colors for names.
Turquoise Brown is
Turquoise
facing
brown.
Cloudy Sunday.
Yeah, it's Howdy Sunday. Give me the Willow team, Mina, Willow, and the others. Give me them.
I'm gonna say Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford just because they're Jersey based, and I hope
It's like, do you
then
have to have this on pay per view? By the way, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's like, what? This is a TV match.
I've been seeing them on TV, so it kind of makes sense. I don't like the style of a 4-on-4 per se.
Me neither. Me neither.
Maybe make this into two matches and put one of them on a pre-show. I see the opposite team taking that one with the Jersey girls Megan and Penelope and the Triangle Origami Club. The
Right.
last match I'm gonna talk about is AEW Tag Team Championships. Bro, Brodito. These names are crazy, bro. Brodito, Brody King and Bandito is gonna be facing the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick, versus Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey versus the Don Callis family, Hechicero, Josh Alexander, in a ladder match. That's like a four-way tag ladder match. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 4.
Are these for the titles?
This is for the tag titles. Yeah, Brodito's
Okay.
hot right now.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I'm gonna say they're winning. Because I agree. I think they're super hot right now.
They're
Um,
against like high caliber teams in this.
they are. I think the ladder match though. I think there's been a lot of talks about politic and backstage in terms of who wants to drop titles to who and who wants to be, putting over who. Ladder match, you don't got to worry about it. I'm taking Brodito for the win.
It's a very good take. It could be anybody with the Bucks. I feel in this because you could put over Jet Speed and make them the new it tag team. Like
Yeah,
you could start building the new guys that are on fire right now, or you could go with the Don Callis family, which is the predominant heel team, taking over, and that could possibly result in Fletcher probably winning the belt. I don't know, but
yeah.
I'll lock in and say that's rough, man. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be Jet Speed or the Don Callis family.
Whoa. Okay.
It's
Wow.
gotta. I think titles are gonna change just because they don't keep the tag. I see the pattern. They don't keep tag team belts on the guys too long, and he loves Jet Speed. They've been on a roll, and the Don Callis family's just hot right now. So I I'll say Jet Speed just cause
Oh,
Jet
I like
Speed.
that. Why not? Why
I
not?
don't know who's in a pre-show or anything like that, but Godspeed. Now
Right. Right.
that was All Out in Toronto.
Mhm.
Tons of wrestling coming up. Um, we're gonna end it like we always do, and we're gonna say some news. Let's go with the news. There's a little slide thing.
Hey.
So let's talk the news, guys. News of the week. That Raja guy, he just socked it to him, right? The Raja Jackson guy got locked up.
They won't let him out. Absolutely
Not one
not.
bit.
Hmm.
He got arrested yesterday. And it was counted. I think he strike Psycho
Like over 20 times. Yeah, Psycho Stu.
Stu. I almost said Sid like a retard. Psycho
Psycho Sid.
Psycho Sid got knocked out by Rampage Jackson's son. He deserves it. He just deserves it. It was so fucked
Yeah,
up what happened. It's so fucked up what happened, dude. I think that and Rampage Jackson, he's very apologetic. He's like, I'm so sorry. He's public because they're. And why is his dad streaming on Kick? By the way, well, that's a whole other conversation. But you have
raise your
one of the
child.
most famous fighters of the era that has this child that is like reckless and he completely abuses this wrestler in the ring. And
Yeah,
you know, I think that he belongs nowhere near a wrestling ring and
ever.
ever, bro. And because he deserves the consequences. A lot of people nowadays they talk without thinking about consequences, so hopefully he learns his lesson. Hopefully nothing bad is happening in Knox Pro because they're a really good academy.
Yeah,
um and shout out to Psycho Stu
yeah. Oh yeah,
raised over $500,000, 500K on GoFundMe.
that's beautiful.
um I hope you're doing well, and he's been active and vocal and on the move. Love to see a comeback story, maybe a Ring of Honor match from Psycho Stu. All right, that's the news, guys. That's the news this week. I want to thank our guest this time, Karen.
The quick news day, huh? Quick news.
There's that, and then there's Andrade saying "fuck you WWE," "I love you
uh
AEW," or "I love you WWE" on Twitter. Whatever.
yeah.
We'll be back and talking Peacemaker next week with Tyler. You can follow Jaren. I have your soul. Let me see it. Oh nope, not that one. That one, yeah.
Small
He
afro on YouTube. It's
small
all right.
afro on here.
Yes,
I
sir.
also have this banner here. I'm doing big things.
Oh,
Uh,
come on now. Wow.
if you want to like type his name on Instagram, it's different from the YouTube, so make sure to check him out. Everyone, thank you for joining Sooplex. It's been amazing the past few weeks talking about Peacemaker and John Cena and all of his the orgy he has in that new show. Yep, it's wild. So
Wow.
we'll be back with Tyler. Tyler, if you're listening, I hope you're okay and safe. And wait a minute, this is not planned.
Oh
He's
my
calling me.
goodness. Can you believe it?
Before we answer this call, make sure to check out Sooplex as he almost gets lost in Texas. Let's answer.
That's so funny. Okay.
All right, Tyler, you're on the spot on speaker on the Superplex podcast.
Oh, am I on the show right now?
You're on the show right now. Say what's up.
Oh my god, I'm making a cameo appearance on my own show. This is wild, brother. Oh,
Now, have you gotten lost in Texas yet?
I have not. Let's just am a few shots in. Also,
Uh-oh.
I'm here with Jaron. We just we went over Wrestlepalooza. We talked a lot about the video game culture and all that, and we had a fucking dope episode right now. What do you want to say to the fans before we close the episode right now?
cool. I just want to say to everybody, hey, I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. I'm sure Jaron and Isaac killed it, and I can't wait to hear it back.
All right. Oh,
Hell
and
yeah.
also, what movie should we keep an eye out for that you've seen in Fantastic Fest so far?
Oh, okay. So far I've only seen like 5 movies. I'd say only 5, like a lot in like 3 days. I saw him. Would not recommend, honestly. I saw Primate, which comes out next year. That was a fun film. Oh, what else did I see? The Curse. I actually did an interview for The Curse, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
That was an alright movie. You can't say I was crazy about the ending, but it is what it is. I saw Shelby Oates. Like, what? Chris
Oh.
Go direct to the movie Shelby Oates. Yeah, I was able to see it. I saw Press Crew take a picture with the guy.
He's lit.
It was really, really good. I enjoyed it. I think Chris Tucker just did his Get Out. So hopefully he can top that, but we'll see in due time. And then I just came from seeing Vicious. It was a vicious watch. That's all I was saying.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
All right, Tyler. Oh.
Yo, we're locked in on Coraline, by the way. You gotta let him know.
Oh yeah, dude. His number. I asked him the age-old question about what's his top 3 movies. Number 1 for him was Coraline.
What?
Yeah. So
Coraline, Vicious starred Dakota Fanning. So
Oh, hey, come on now.
she carried the movie on her back. But I'll just say that.
I can see
live
it.
report from Austin, Texas, folks. Tyler is well and alive, not lost one bit. Thank you, Tyler. We'll talk and I'll text you after the recording.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys like or follow. And we'll get you back soon.
All right, bro. Take
Hell
care.
yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Wrestle Combat, guys. If you want to check out our live wrestling show taking place AEW Full Gear Weekend in New Jersey, I'm teaming up with Sami Callihan and his brand Wrestling Revolver from Ohio, bringing that over to the East Coast for the first time. Very, very, very grateful to be partnered with such a quality brand like that. We're
yeah.
gonna have
I'll
Wrestle
be there.
Combat. Yeah, he's gonna listen. Jaron's in the house. A couple other people I can't announce right now that if you're on
Mhm.
YouTube, which is the biggest hint I could give. They're going to be here. Muscle Man Malcolm is going to be doing backstage interviews. It's going to be a good
Nice.
time. Check out Wrestle Combat. I almost forgot the date of my own show. Friday, November 21st
There
at
you
the
go.
Hart Ballroom. Get your tickets now at Eventbrite, WrestleCombat.com or WrestleCombat.eventbrite.com. And just ending it off. It's been a good old time. It
It sure
Now,
has.
now, when is the next time we'll have a podcast? I don't know, dude, but I'll see you soon.
Yeah, yes, you will.
Right around the corner. You're gonna be at Wrestlepalooza. Let me know how everything is. And I had a ball, dude. Anything else you want to tell the faithful right now in Suplex?
Listen, man. I'm just grateful that we're all still here. I've known you for a long time now. You know what I mean. I'm never gonna shy away from doing like a podcast or a wrestling show with you. You know what I mean. I'm excited for Wrestle Combat. I'm excited to be a part of the show. I'm excited. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all the things you've been able to do. You know what I mean. We've been through a lot together. We've seen a lot. We've had a
We've
lot of
seen
people
them
come in
come
and
and
out.
go.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. But we're still here. You know what I mean. And it's crazy.
It's awesome, and I'm
We
proud
did
of
a
you, bro.
podcast. Hey, I
Goes
appreciate
right
you. I
back to
appreciate you.
you.
We
Everyone
did a
that asked me
podcast
about
when
you
there
and
was
shit,
nobody watching, bro.
nothing but great words, because this is a guy that puts the work in, and someone that wants it, that continues to want it, no matter what the caliber of the platform is, no matter what status he is. And with me doing the independence now and building the foundation for it's just bittersweet. And we'll talk more off air about what's to come for Wrestle Combat. And just thank you for everyone watching right now. If you made it this far in the video, What should they comment down in the comments?
Balls. I want
All
to see
caps.
all caps,
All
100%.
caps. We'll be back Sunday reviewing Wrestlepalooza, and next Friday reviewing Peacemaker with Tyler. Thank you guys so much. Follow Jaren, not Jackass. At the end of the day, Jaren, decent man.
Decent man. Yeah.
And
From the City of Demons.
yeah, the City of Demons. Yeah, he gets it. He gets it, bro. Oh man, wait. This is my first time. So usually Tyler hosts, and I'm just here. So now that I'm in the control panel, I'll just. It sounds like rain.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh wait.
Okay, I
Fail.
kind of hear that.
Kind of. All right, guys. See you next week. Much love. Peace.